Welcome to Hollins, where you get to listen to me talk to myself in a dorm room because I can. Anyways, seniors ran down the hall last night at like midnight to wake us freshmen up in preparation for Tinker Day. It's not happening yet, but it's something called Tinker Scare, where they kind of like psych us out, you know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, Tinker Day, oh yay, it's gonna happen. Psych! I'll give you some tips and tricks I learned through orientation weekend. Man, this weekend has been long and busy, and today was my first day of classes too. Oh my gosh, that's why I'm dressing to impress kinda, so let's get it, move on. Okay, here are some tips and tricks I think you're gonna know from moving in. This is kind of what I did, and also somewhat what I didn't do. So that's why I'm telling you now, so you know the info. First things first, look at the guidelines from your university. Your college should give you like a book of guidelines or something, especially like moving in. They might have like what you can and cannot bring to your dorm room. So like for Hollins, it was a lot of like heating appliances, to not start a fire or whatever. I did find out later that you could bring like a heating pad to Hollins, but anything other than that is a no-no. So look at the guidelines. It'll be easier then to figure out what you can and cannot pack, what you should or should not pack, all that good stuff. Second, categorize the move-in list. This is what I did, so it's just easier to figure out all I should take. For example, I got my desk, so stuff I would have put under the desk was like my pencil sharpener, a lamp, this set of drawers for my writing utensils, all that good stuff. We got the bookshelf, then I would put like books, some art decor, all that I had there. Bed, the sheets, pillows, closet, you'd say the hangers, shirts, whatever. So make categories of like locations for your stuff. Then when looking at those categories what to then look for items. So if you said shower, then you might think, oh, body soap, shampoo, conditioner, lotion, stuff like that. So that definitely helped me. It's always good to chunk stuff out so it's easier to process. On with that, we got bring bins to maybe consolidate your items if you want, like with the move-in list, this bin has desk stuff, this bin has shower stuff. You can't do that. I didn't necessarily do that, but what I did do, what I think is good, is that at my house we had like Conticos, and so I stuck a bunch of stuff in those Conticos, and I think personally, bringing fewer, bigger bins, such as Conticos or a suitcase, it's way easier to carry than bringing like lots of little knickknacks or what have you. So I think that's definitely a good idea to bin your stuff, and then you just can carry like a whole ton of stuff just like this. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Also, my roommate, her name's Lacey, has like a trash bag hack for bringing in hanged clothes. You should figure out how to bring in hanged clothes, because I didn't. I just had all the hangers. Yeah. So I'm gonna see if Lacey can explain the trash bag hack, because I cannot.
So you put all your clothes that you want on hangers.
Okay.
And then you put the hanger like toward so you put your clothes in the back, but you have like the hanger like hook out of the hole of the bag.
Okay.
So when you tighten it, then
it ties around the hanger.
Yeah.
Or grip a hanger.
So it's like really easy to like keep track of like what clothes is where, and like if there's not any like an easy like hook for it to go on, it's like you can just like pick the whole thing up instead of like having to like sling it.
Better than I did, because I watched strangers grab every single hanger possible, and I felt very humbled that day.
Yeah,
Like,
they'll only get their greasy hands on the hanger.
their hands weren't greasy. They had nicely polished hands. Thank you very much. They're very beautiful hands. They're very soft, I think. I don't know.
Did you like hold their hand?
No, but I looked at them and I was like, dang, these young adults are looking at a child's clothing right now.
You're not a child, you're a legal adult.
Okay, but I feel like a kid around all these people, and I think that's important to realize. Okay, fourthly, is that a word? Lunch boxes. Lunch boxes. I feel like this is definitely good for saving meal swipes, which are just like, you get this ID when you go to college. This is mine. And it's got like a scanner kind of and this helps you to get into like buildings and stuff. This also helps with meal swipes, at least at Hollins. So meal swipes are, you just scan the ID, and that's how you pay for like lunch, dinner, breakfast, all that. So you just scan. So if you don't want food, don't scan, because then you're just paying unnecessarily. So you can probably get fewer of these bringing a lunchbox. So I personally bought lunchboxes because I have a strength training class this semester, and my strength training class goes past my lunch period. So I have like the beginning of lunch and then strength training. So I'm planning to like get my lunch, eat some of it, and then pack like more lunch in a lunchbox so I can take it to my dorm room where I can store it in my roommate's fridge and then eat it after strength training. So lunch boxes are good that way. You could probably also like me store food from like lunch or something to save up on, so you don't have to pay for dinner or whatever. Prepare for the unexpected. I'll give you an example. So my roommate's desk, and what I thought all desks had, was a set of drawers. So it has like 3 drawers that is connected to the desk, right? But when I got here, I found out my desk doesn't have drawers. So I had a lot of stuff that needed drawers, and I didn't have the desk for it. But luckily, my roommate already had this plastic set of drawers. I was able to then store my stuff. So prepare for the unexpected. Like, don't assume there's drawers next time. Just get some drawers in case, and then maybe you have extra stuff and you need something to store it in. Bam. You know what I'm saying? Also, bed risers. My roommate got, I could probably show you, but she got bed risers from Amazon that only had like 2 edges to them. So it just had one corner, and she sat on the edge of her bed, and then the bed fell over. So I got bed risers from Target. I can probably show you, honestly. Hold on. It's got like siding all around, so it like captures the leg. You'll want something like that. Okay? Alright. This is really important. Make sure you got everything when you're moving out. And I'm not saying you know where stuff is because you put it all in one place and you gotta double check that. You gotta check it in general. Double check it, triple check it, whatever you need to do. Because I did not. I just trusted it was all in one place, and it was. But what I didn't know is that I actually packed 3 Conticos instead of just 2. So we packed the top 2, and I didn't realize like the 3rd Contico that was under the 2nd was also full. So I ended up not bringing any of the good sheets I bought or like my pillow, stuff like that. Luckily though, I did pack 1 set of sheets with another Contico, so I was safe from having to sit on just a bare mattress. We good, but like I didn't remember like the mattress topper and all that. Honestly, it's not bad without the mattress topper, so make sure you got everything. Probably compared to your list, because I also didn't do that. Yeah. Don't do what I did, okay? Don't just trust you got everything together, because you ain't gonna have everything together. I know it. Before you move in, make sure you're able to communicate with your roommate, because you don't want to just go into your room and just now talk about how your room should be sorted out. It's best to communicate with your roommate before you get there, so then it's easier to like bring all the stuff in, right? So with like me and my roommate, we ended up having this long text of me trying to communicate where I wanted the bed. It was very hilarious, but we ended up doing it, right? So I have my bed on the side with my desk like against it. My bookcase didn't end up where I wanted it because I thought there was more space, but it's still cozy because I wanted like a little nook, right? And I got that nook. Yeah, so communicate with your roommate about room organization, talk about what you're gonna bring. Like, if she told me when we first met, she already had a fridge, so I was golden, right? And then I tell her, like, that I have a humidifier I can bring, so I brought that. I brought a vacuum. You know, I got this tower fan in case we need it. So yeah, so talk to your roommate because you're gonna be living with her or him, and you're gonna need to know how you flow. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how you vibe. Just like chill, gel. You gonna need to like talk in order to gel. So yeah. Okay, so I found out like 2 days ago there was this site to get cheaper textbooks. I found this out by seeing like a YouTube short saying you could go to Internet Archive to like find textbooks and stuff. But then I found out you couldn't download them. But then I found a tertiary source. What'd you call it? Tertiary, or I guess a secondary source. Third source, doesn't matter. I found another source connected to Internet Archive called Better World Books. Alright, betterworldbooks.com. And all I had to do was compare the ISBN 13, I believe it's called, of the textbooks that were in my college's bookstore, based on the courses I have, with the books that would be on betterworldbooks.com. So all you gotta do is copy the ISBN 13 from your college books and then paste it into the search bar of Better World Books. It'll pop up with a way cheaper option. And that way it's like the same edition that you're getting. So like my philosophy class had 5 books. I mean, one of them was optional to get, but I want to get all 5. So if I had gone all 5 from that bookstore, it would have been like $70. But when I bought them on Better World Books, it was for like $40. So I got it for half the price. And there's other like coupons and stuff you can get, I'm sure. But Better World Books is awesome too, because then I read their mission. And what they do is with every book you buy, they donate another book to like low income areas, organizations and people who need it. And while doing this, they recycle books too that can't find a home, and they help to like protect the environment with the money they get. So I thought that was really cool, and I'm probably gonna buy books from them for ever now. So yeah. Okay, next thing, talk with your parents. 1, because they're a good guide for knowing how to adult. 2, because they're gonna miss you like heck. 3, it's just a good practice, right? Because this is your first time adulting, my first time adulting. I can't even say if it's actual adulting or not because I'm still in school. You know what I'm saying? It's baby adulting, okay? It's not toddler adulting. It's toddler's older than me. It's juvenile adulting, young adulting. Yeah, talk with your parents. Good thing to do, good practice. Second and last thing, boundaries we're already getting this with communicating with your roommate. So you and your roommate know, like, how to be chill, what you might not like, what they might not like. So this practices boundaries, you know, getting to know each other, getting to know how to just not be awful. Boundaries. And then finally, just chill out. Okay? I know it's scary, because it's scary for me. You may be nervous when you're first moving in, but trust me, no one's expecting you to talk, really. They're not expecting you to introduce yourself right away. They're basically there to point and be like, go. Go. And so you do, okay? You just gotta go. You just gotta follow. And so you do. So don't stress about having to be all friendly, because they're the friendly ones, okay? They gotta keep you around. So, especially at Hollins, there's a lot of friendly people here. And that's a good thing. You know, it changes your perspective, your worldview. You're like, oh, Dip, there's actually nice people in the world. Yeah. So that's pretty great. Yeah, so chill out. It's gonna be scary, like it's scary for me. You know, make sure your parents are actually encouraging you. If they're not, sorry about that, but you may need a break from them. I don't know what to say. But yeah. Just have fun. That's all I gotta say. Psych! Oh, too, before I forget, moving into college is a great time to break habits and create new ones, right? So, before moving in, I would get in bed and then I would scroll through my phone like until midnight or something. And that was just a very destructive habit for my sleep or whatever. So once I moved in, I was like, I can't do that no more. Ever since I moved in, I've been like reading myself to sleep or just going to bed. And so that's really good for me. It's making me like spend less time on my phone actually, because I don't have as much time to check my phone. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing so far, is I'm reading myself to sleep. It's pretty good. Although I don't like the book I'm reading right now. It's like really trashy. It's the first like romance book I've ever gotten, and it's straight up just Wattpad, just crammed together into physical pages, and it's pretty bad. You know, with Wattpad, you're expecting Wattpad because that's its thing, but with a book, that's not great. Okay, bye.